لا 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 لا. أتعلم أنا أتعلم. إحنا في المدرسة طلاب نتعلم ويا الأصحاب، نفتح للمستقبل باب، نحيي في الوطن التجديد. إحنا في المدرسة طلاب نتعلم ويا الأصحاب، نفتح للمستقبل باب، نحيي في الوطن التجديد. أتعلم أنا أتعلم حتى أفيد وأستفيد، وأعرف لما أتكلم إنه كلامي صح ومفيد. ليلى لا ليلى لا ليلى لا لا ليلى لا ليلى لا ليلى لا.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is teacher Ibrahim Salama from Ibn Khaldun Yasmin primary section. Welcome to a new online learning video. Today inshallah we are going to have lesson 6 unit 12 grammar and conversation. In fact, this lesson collects all the expressions that we studied in our book. Let's start reading it. Let's talk. All these expressions you will need while making a conversation or while you are talking to anyone. So we have the word wow. Now what? What's the matter? Oh, I get it. It's true. I don't believe you. Guess what? Oh, go on. It was brilliant. How about you? Don't be silly. That's not true. What nonsense. Exactly. I disagree. I agree. To my mind, in my opinion, I believe. Tell me. I think. Brilliant. Fantastic. You are joking. How amazing. Lucky you. And what else? That's interesting. Really? Definitely. I bet. You could be right. I'm not sure. As I told you, all these expressions we studied in our book from the beginning of the year, and here we are revising them. Now, here are some examples of using these expressions. So, in the first picture he says, tell me about your family. Tell me about the town where you live. What's the best day you've ever had? What's the worst day you've ever had? What are your favorite hobbies? What are you going to do in the holidays? I think watching TV is a waste of time. How about you? In my opinion, we should protect the rainforests and other wild places. What do you think? So, please try to use these expressions while speaking. Now, let's move to page 125. Spelling. Some words end in T-I-O-N. Again, T-I-O-N. These letters sound like shun. So, here is an example. Richard looked at the cars with fascination. Now, listen and say these words.
Pupils Book, Unit 12, page 125. Spelling.
Some words end in T-I-O-N. These letters sound like shun.
Richard looked at the cars with fascination.
Now listen to the words and please try to repeat.
Pupils Book, Unit 12, page 125. Spelling, Activity 1. Listen and say these words.
Station, nation, fiction, competition, operation, explanation, fascination.
Okay. Now try to read the words. Station, nation, fiction, competition, operation, explanation, fascination. Please, while reading them, I need you to underline the tion ending. Station, nation, fiction, competition, operation, explanation, and fascination. Now let's move to exercise number 2. Write the words in activity 1 next to the correct definition. So you are going to use these words in exercise 1 to fill in the spaces here from 1 to 7. Let's see number 1. Of course, you can check the meaning in a dictionary if you need to. Number 1, the reason for something. What is the word? Exactly, explanation. A test to find the winner of something. Exactly, competition. Work done by a surgeon in a hospital. Yes, operation. Very great, interested. Yes, very great. Interest means fascination. The place where a train stops, of course, it's the word excellent. Station. Made up, not true fact. Yes, fiction. The last one, all the people who live in a country. Yes, nation. Let's move to the last exercise. Exercise number 3. Add ION to these verbs. Take the T of the verb first. So we know now that if the verb ends with T, we do not add another T. We add ION. So direct turns into exactly direction. Okay. Reflect, reflection. Protect, protection. Erupt, eruption. Act, action. Invent, invention. Okay. Exercise number 4, listen and chant.
Pupils Book, Unit 12, page 125. Activity 4. Listen and chant.
Chatterbox Charlie never stops talking. He talks when he's running. He talks when he's walking. He talks when he's working. He talks when he's eating. He even talks at night when he's sleeping. Chitter chatter chitter chatter chatterbox Charlie. Chitter chatter chitter chatter chatterbox Charlie. Chitter chatter chitter chatter chitter chatter chitter chatter. Stop!
Now it's time for workbook. So please get ready, bring your workbook. Open your workbook on page 116. Spelling. Remember, some words end in I-T-I-O-N. These letters sound like shin. Fascination. Richard looked at the cars with fascination. Number 1. Complete the words. Write T-I-O-N. Read the words. What about the first one? Exactly. Explanation. Second one. Fiction. Third. Station. Notice here we did not add T. We add I-O-N. Fourth. Excellent. Nation. Next. Operation. And the last word is competition. Next exercise. Make these verbs into nouns. Again, remember, take the T off the verb before you add T-I-O-N. Or, in other words, if the verb ends with T, you can add I-O-N only. Direct, direction. Protect, protection. Invent, invention. Erupt, eruption. Infect, infection. Reflect, reflection. Third exercise. Use words from this page to complete the sentences. Number 1. The volcano exploded with a loud, exactly, with a loud eruption. Nina saw her reflection in the mirror. The archaeologist gave an interesting explanation of the old ruins. Elbow pads and knee pads give protection to the skateboarders. 5. We met Grandma at the station. The professor showed us his astonishing new invention. Next page. Use of English. Today we are going to study synonyms. Synonyms are words with the same or similar meanings. Frank Turner was pleased and happy after the race. We know that the word happy and the word pleased has the same meanings. So they are synonyms. The word pleased and happy are synonyms. Exercise number 1, read. We can use synonyms to make writing more interesting. So, the car looked shiny in the sunshine, the window shone, and the silver wheels were shining too. How many times are shiny or the verb shine used? Here, shiny, sunshine, shone, and shining. 4 times. Look at these synonyms for shine. We can use sparkle, it's the same meaning as shine, and also the word glitter. Check them in your dictionary. Read these sentences with the new words added. Do they make it different, and how? The car looked shiny in the sunlight, the windows sparkled, and the silver wheels were glittering too. Of course, it's the same meaning, but it's better now. We can use synonyms to make a description stronger. Read these 2 sentences. There was a little mouse under the flower. The second sentence, there was a tiny little mouse under the flower. This means tiny, and little means it's really small. Which sentence makes the mouse sound smaller? Of course, the second one, because we used 2 adjectives, tiny and little. Number 3, we can use synonyms to give the reader a clear idea of something. Inside the cave it was dim and gloomy. The dark corners were full of black shadows. What ideas does the sentence give you of the cave? Is it scary? Is it interesting? Or is it dangerous? The description could be, inside the cave it was dim and the corners were dark. That's it. But here we use dim and gloomy. The dark corners were full of black shadows. That means it was dangerous, interesting, and it was also scary. How is the description different to the first one? Of course, the first one has a lot of synonyms, a lot of adjectives, and it's more interesting. Does the sentence give you the same ideas? No. The first sentence gives me more ideas. As I told you, it is scary, the cave was scary, interesting, and dangerous, and so on. Exercise number 2. Find synonyms for these words in your dictionary. Strong, big, interesting, wonderful, and afraid. I need you to pause the video right here. Try to search in your dictionary or search the internet for synonyms of these verbs, of these adjectives, and then come back to know the correct answers. Of course, you can write other answers and they are also will be correct, because all of these words have synonyms more than one or two. So we have the word strong, you can say powerful. Big, you can say large or huge, also it works. Interesting, you can say fascinating. Wonderful, you can say magnificent. And afraid, you can use scared. This concludes our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video, inshallah.